What's up guys, it's Danny from Dan's Reptiles. In this video I'll be showing you how to set up a diamond python enclosure. I made a video earlier on the setup, but I'll be telling you how to set up it and how to care for this beautiful species of carpet python here in Australia. So first thing you got to think of is the heat, the weather, like brumation, how you're going to keep water in there, feeding wise and all that. I will cover all that in this video. So starting off with introducing you, this is Crystal, my female diamond python, and she recently got moved from outdoors to from indoors to outdoors in this beautiful aviary that I built for her. So she'll be getting nice and big now in here, as she's feeding every 2 weeks now on 500-gram rabbits. And she just shed 2. I think the shed was 2.4 meters, so she is still growing. Still got a bit of girth and growth for her to come. But without further ado, let's talk about Crystal herself. I've had her for a couple of years now, maybe 6-7 years now. So she is a nice, mature girl. I'm hoping to get her a male soon. She's a very chill animal. She does get a bit cage defensive, but I've noticed her temper has changed a lot since she's been out here. She's a lot more relaxed, surprisingly. I thought it would be the complete opposite now that she's got a lot more energy out here with her natural heat, natural UV rays and all that. But she's actually become a lot more relaxed. Anyways, this is her setup. It's one of the 3 aviary enclosures. So the measurements are 1.8 high, about maybe 2.5, 2.3 meters. I can't remember the exact depth. And width, it's about just over a meter or just under a meter. Nice metal door that locks. Beautiful setup. I'll take you guys in there in a minute when I put Crystal back. I'll put her back for you guys now so you can see her out and about before she goes and hides. But so with the weather wise, you got to think first thing is heat. Will this animal be getting enough heat outside so it won't be freezing? That's why mesh at the top provides enough sunlight for her to heat up nicely in the mornings and during the day. And if it gets too hot or if it's starting to rain, obviously got that cover there. These lights aren't always on, I'm just for showcasing. Got a rock ledge there so she can get up and about. Obviously you got to think what type of snake. Is it a boreal? Since she's a boreal, got these nice branches here so she can climb up and about. Got a boreal hides. This one she can go into. Obviously got up there as well. I have seen her up here a couple times. This is just a fake rainforest wall that me and my dad built. Some natural plants, and I'm hoping to add more soon, so it's more realistic and bioactive. This is just a type of palm plant. Got to think of water too. Big water dish there, and you got to always check that. So where I'm from in Sydney, it always gets hot, so you got to check that because it will evaporate very quickly. And you got to obviously have a hide. This is a humid hide. This allows it to get in here when it's hot and it'll be nice and cool, but still stays humid. So the substrate is koi peat mix. Nice big hole for her to slither into, and if it gets too cold she can curl up in here and stay warm. Substrate is just wood chips, so she gets fed every 2 weeks like I said. And yeah, beautiful snake. And so if it gets too wet in here, you got to think of that as well when you're building your outdoor enclosure, where she can go to if it's pretending if it's flooding. Like I know in here it's very unlikely because this is all on rubber and it's on a slope, so all the water literally just goes straight out. You can actually see some of the stains of where the water goes straight out to the grass. You got to think, what if it floods? What if we have a big storm and it floods? So you obviously got this where she can sit on top if it floods in there, or she's got that, and I highly doubt it's gonna flood all the way up to there. If it's going to flood there, I'm sure the animals would have been out before they'd even reach half of that. These are just gum tree logs that I found in the bush, cut up, skinned them, most of them, so they're nice and clean. I did clean them, soak them for a couple of days to get all the oils out, because you don't know, with eucalyptus you got to get those oils out. But yeah, and then you got to think of brumation. So she will go away for a couple months during the year, where she will slow down her feeding completely to maybe, instead of once every 2 weeks, to once every 2-3 months, if not longer. I have had her go off for food for 8 months max, which is quite a long time, but if they're nice and fat, it's no problem for them. And then she'll obviously, she's never had her first brumation out here, so it'll be fun to see that she'll just chill in there a very long period of time, see how long she chills in there for her first time outdoors. But yeah, there's not much to it really. With diamond pythons too, they've got to have that little bit extra humidity compared to other coloured pythons like your coastal, red light and all that. So this is perfect because she's actually, her locality of coloured python is where I'm from. So if I can go to the bush about 15 minutes away from me, I'm destined to find a diamond coloured python, because they're literally everywhere. Also further up the mountains, I went to a job out there and the bloke said he found about 12 in his roof in the last 6 months. So they're definitely around where I live, so perfect habitat for a diamond python. And I reckon I've done an alright job, especially it being outside, so it gives her all the space she needs. Beautiful, beautiful setup. I hope to have more plants in here, and I hope to have a nice little misting system in here. And I will be adding a heat mat in here as well. But yeah, that's how to set up a diamond python enclosure outdoors. All the ifs and buts. If you guys are asking more questions or want more questions on this topic, let me know in the comment section down below. I think I've covered most of it. Heating, yep, rain, obviously covered by that. Weather should be fine in here. The only thing you can really think of is outdoor animals, like other birds and all that. And obviously you've got to protect your animal, so you've got several bits of mesh here. So nothing's going to get in, nothing's going to get out, unless you got tiny little frogs, and obviously nothing to worry about. She won't eat a tiny frog, she's too big for that. I'm more worried about these guys eating frogs, because I found my first frog the other day. Because if you didn't know, some frogs carry parasites. If you ever picked up a wild snake before, you'll see some parasites on them, on the skin here, little lumps. But nothing to worry about for her. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this short little video and keeping the diamond python outside, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to see more, and I'll talk to you all later.